Morning dawns in the Heartland immediately after Lucio Olen's murder. A great crowd has gathered around Salvage's palace, mostly Heartlanders, nobles, and knights, all wondering what happened last night. Thus far, no official word has been given, and in fact, according to everyone who's spoken, everything's going according to plan. Nothing's holding the ceremony back. So, those of you who were not part of the summit awaken about dawn-ish to find the palace in quite a bit of commotion. Servants are running to and fro, soldiers patrol every inch of every hall, and the Lord Regent Aiden is currently preparing to make a speech on the Walk of Heroes before the grand tourney begins. So the question is, of course, what do you do?
Can I stop one of the guys running around and be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Alright, so you randomly restrain a Heartland servant and question him for a moment. Can we help you, Mark?
No, I'm good.
Alright. And he's able to basically fill you in on what happened, that due to some terrible, tragic accident, Lucio Olen was, well, not pushed, they don't know that yet, but he certainly fell out of a high window and splattered on the pavement outside.
Gee, what a tragedy.
Darn.
Oh.
The servant doesn't quite pick up on your sarcasm, agrees with you, and then runs off unless you restrain him further.
Okay.
Alright, so, Andy, you two are ignorant of events of last night. Or Rowland, I should say.
Okay.
Rowland, I mean, do you want to do anything, or?
Sorry, where am I? What are we doing?
You're in your bedroom, you just woke up, you had a relatively pleasant night's sleep.
But I found that the castle is in a commotion.
Yeah, once you wake up and roll out of bed and go outside, yeah.
Okay, I stop passing whoever, and ask him what the hell's going on.
Alright, again, you grab a gray cloak and he tells you pretty much exactly what the servant told Erica.
Okay, I make a show of, sadness.
Alright, roll bluff.
Okay. Let me just pull up my sheet.
And your dice.
11.
11 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great, but the guy really doesn't care enough to give you a second thought, so off he goes.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, well, what do a lot of you do? Also, Seth, you are kind of fatigued because you haven't been able to sleep since, like, 2 days ago.
Can you say that again? Your mic is cutting out some.
Sorry.
Okay.
Rhea, you're kind of fatigued right now. You haven't been able to sleep in about 2 days, so...
And I'm in my room,
Yeah,
I
you've
guess?
just returned to your room a couple hours after having talked to Aiden last night.
I'm trying to think. Are there any people nearby, or...?
You have a room sort of off and away from the rest of the party, because, you know, you're not nobility, royalty, etc. So there's plenty of servants and some household guards running about, but that's about it.
Let's see. Can I kind of flag down a guard and try to get his attention?
Sure. Alright, so...
Or actually, well...
The rest of you who are scattered around, you're welcome to try and meet up in the Great Hall itself, or you can go about your business independently.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we actually doing, like, anything with the tourney at all, or are we just gonna skip that?
Like I said, we're running ahead of schedule right now, so I don't see any reason not to.
What did I miss?
I go sign up for the Melee tournament.
Alright, Mark does that. Seth, you missed nothing, we're just discussing chronology.
Gotcha.
Alright, so yeah, Mark, You are basically able to track down Sir Leaf Dracovar, who is in charge of the tournament, and register yourself up for a tilt.
Sweet.
Yep. That's going to be a skill challenge, and it's going to be run a little bit later than right now, alright?
Okay, no problem. I
Alright.
can wait.
And basically, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up, but there's a fair amount of money to be won if you get first place.
How much?
About 1,500 gold pieces, which is a shit ton. Yeah.
Damn.
That's enough to set you up for a year or so of living the good life.
Or just add to my, already nice little fortune I've got.
True.
Oh, as far as Rhea goes, not to split the party, but I have a feeling that if she hasn't slept in, 2-3 days,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, I guess...
Just hide your rooms up.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to roll for this, but
No.
I'm just gonna, lock my doors.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Until Rio's well-rested, you can play Jeffrey.
Oh, God.
I
What
know.
have you done, Jared? What have you done?
You realize this is not going to end well, right?
Oh my gosh, so you can play at their wedding.
Exactly. You can be the head minstrel. Yay.
Cool.
Alright. And suddenly,
I'm just
Jeremy needs
gonna,
to find a character sheet for Jeffrey.
Pal around Brecken, because...
Alright.
Yeah.
You find Brecken and kind of hang around with her.
Right.
Alright. And this is the part where Jeremy has to see if he actually has a character sheet for Jeffrey anywhere lying around.
You're right.
Got 6 HP.
Oh, I know that, but I'm talking about his skills and stuff. See, I have 5 Amrons in here.
Why?
I don't know. She only appeared for 1 session.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, anyway. We'll figure that out eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you need
Don't
to make
enter him in any of the tournaments that he will die.
That's also very, very true, yeah.
It's okay, we're probably just gonna go watch the tournament. Because I want to play some buds.
Alright. If you want to place a bet, Erica, you can very easily track down one of the bookies who are lounging around gambling, certainly not illegal in Heartland. And you can basically place a bet on anyone you like. The only knights you personally know who are participating in the tournament are Sir Marcus Thangel, Heron, Leaf Dracovar, and of course Talmen Noctus.
Alright, I'll put 10 on Leaf and 5 on Talmen.
Yay!
Wow. Alright then. That's confidence for you.
Well, I understand.
Lol.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, Leaf
She's not
is a
trying to
couple
get
levels
the
higher
thing.
than you.
I'm almost broke, so I'm not gonna
Oh,
dump
shit.
these amounts in there. Remember I got cleaned out after we did all that gambling before.
And you still haven't learned your lesson.
Nope. Evidently,
I'm
good.
I've still got about 704 gold pieces.
Holy crap! How?
Oh, that reminds me, Rowland and
What?
Brecken, you both have 100 extra gold pieces King Cairn gave you when he showed up.
100. Okay.
Yep. So you're not completely broke anymore.
Hooray!
But you're not a Lannister yet.
Yeah, you're not a Lannister. I
Yes.
think Fenris is still the second richest person here. Somehow.
Alright, if that's the case, then I'll put another 20 on Talmen and another 30 on...
So that's 40 on Leaf and what was it on Tal total?
25, I think.
35? Okay.
35, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some echo up in here. Alright, so... Alright, so that's... Alright, bet reported. Does anyone else want to place a bet? Because the bookies are just standing around right now.
So wait, we know Leaf and Noctus are Who else is competing?
There are about 50-ish knights in the tournament right now. The only other one that you know personally would be Marcus Arendt, the Grey Cloak Commander.
Nah. Is there like an archery tournament?
Actually, Brecken, there is.
Is Brecken good at archery?
No.
That's what I thought.
Hold on.
Like, does she even own a bow?
No, I don't.
They'll provide you with one if that's the case. It won't be a good one, but it'll be a bow.
Let's see. What would that...
Half level plus dex plus 2.
Okay. So, 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5.
Alright, so in order to hit a basic archery target at standard range, you would need to roll a 15 or better. FYI.
Good.
So you have a 25% chance of hitting.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try with the archery. My dex is 0. Yeah, so I'll just stick to melee.
Alright, there's also a actual melee tournament you can enter if that's more your thing. You would be challenging one-on-one Heartlander soldiers, not knights, in axes, heavy spears, whatever they happen to bring with them.
My melee is actually +7.
So yeah, Brecken, you could totally enter the melee tournament.
I might, just for funsies. Do I have to pay anything?
Again, all of these events are free to enter, but they're not going to reimburse you if your shit gets broken or you get hurt.
Okay.
I'll stick with the tilt.
Figured.
Yeah, I'll do a one-on-one melee with my
Alright.
scimitar.
So you're entered into that, and again, you approach Sir Leaf and have him enter you into the grand melee.
Huzzah! He needs to know that he has a lady that can keep up with him.
Oh, God.
Speaking of which, Brecken, as you finish off registering for the grand melee, Leaf asks you to stay back for a moment, since there's no line behind you or anything.
Okay, I oblige.
Alright.
Is there something you want me to say?
Yes, there is. Clearing his throat a bit, he says, My Lady Brecken, I understand you haven't seen much action with other knights, but to my knowledge, there are a number of blood mages in the employ of the Kingslayer Brotherhood. With your help, we could train our knights to be better prepared to deal with hostile mages. We have few enough of our own here in Heartland, and thus no way to prepare for combat against them. If it's not too much to ask, after the tournament, would it be possible for you to try and spar with some of the knights here?
Sure, I'd be honored to assist your fighting forces and better preparedness.
My thanks. Any assistance you can render could save lives.
Hi. Sweet.
So, that's a thing.
That was a lovely way to start a conversation. I understand you haven't seen much action, ... with the
Alright.
other...
This is
And then
Leaf we're
And then
talking
he
about.
pretty much compares you to an evil blood mage.
Yeah, slightly. But, training is training.
Again, he's just trying to say, hey, look, we don't know how to fight mages, help.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'll do it for you.
Lol. Anyway, so, alright, with that in mind, does anyone want to do anything else? Because otherwise, as you can see, since you're all pretty much loitering about the Great Hall, Aiden himself has just entered and is making his way towards the doors to the Walk of Heroes, where that large crowd has gathered.
Oh wait, I just realized that my scimitar does not do much damage.
It does do 1d8 plus wisdom, I believe, so that's a thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, I mean, It's not the best weapon in the universe, but at the same point, it's about as effective as a standard longsword. So, as I mentioned, you've just seen Aiden start walking from the end of the Great Hall towards the doors where that crowd is gathered. And a few moments after he makes his entrance to the hall, King Cairn, Millard, and Duncan also enter, walking behind him. So, yeah. As the others follow Aiden, King Cairn breaks off from the others and starts making his way towards your group. Yeah. So, do any of you want to kick that conversation off, or are you just going to let King Cairn come up and speak?
No, I don't let him talk.
Alright, Andy?
I was gonna
he's
kneel down
your
and be
dad.
like,
Father.
Can you say that again?
Greetings, Father.
Okay.
How formal.
"He
Cairn inclines his head to you and sort of puts a hand on your shoulder. Rowland, are you alright?
Nope, I'm dead.
King Cairn gives you a very dirty look, Brecken, but quickly returns his attention to his son, who he cares about, unlike you, peasant.
Ouch.
Aw.
Not even a peasant, a dirty woods girl.
Yes, Father, I'm well.
Do you know about what's happened?
Lucio Olen?
Cairn gives a sigh and shakes his head. It's not just that.
What?
He
What's happened?
sort of covers his face with his hands for a moment, rubbing his temples. I don't think I have the stomach to tell you. Come. Aiden's about to make the announcement himself.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand this. At all.
Yeah.
Teresa.
You get the... If you want to roll insight, it's probably going to be a very easy DC to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think I've got it set. It was,
No one cares. Hi, Seth.
yeah.
So,
Anyway, all that happened is, Seth,
25.
all that you missed is that King Cairn showed up and he said something bad has happened. And what'd you roll, Andy?
25.
Yeah, 25. Something really bad has happened, like soul-crushingly bad for King Cairn. Like, you get the feeling that he's like,
Lyric's dead.
Yeah.
yeah, you get the feeling King Cairn's barely restraining himself from like openly crying.
Shit. She's supposed to be immortal. God damn it.
She's only immortal from not being killed
In
by
Arc 7.
from like
Arc
dying of
7.
old age. That's all Lyric's protected from. Not from anything else at all.
I still want to play Lyrith again.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, so do you follow Cairn and Aiden out onto the field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Guess
would
what?
we not?
In case
No,
you
just
had anything
ignore
else you
the
wanted to
obvious
do?
plot.
It's one of those things. Again, I don't like to railroad you into doing things you don't want to do. You know me.
Yeah.
I always ask these questions. Anyway, so you follow Cairn and Aiden out onto the Walk of Heroes and Salvage's large terrace steps leading down onto it. The walk itself has been set up with both areas for the melee tournament and the joust itself, as well as other various stalls, tourney grounds, etc. However, the entire place is basically packed with peasants, knights, soldiers, everyone and anyone who's managed to get to Salvage itself, and they are all screaming and shouting at one another, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So yeah, it's easy to see that the crowd is highly displeased and not a little bit afraid. Likely, of course, caused by Lucio Olen's death, as well as the cryptic belief that Aiden's about to make a very bad announcement. So,
We're gonna die.
Yay.
Well, that's
Yeah.
obvious. But I'm talking about, like,
Well, not yet.
this is the minutia of the dying. So, you guys take your seats in the noble's box behind the podium to which Aiden steps up to. Around you is almost no one, really. Your party, as well as Fenris, Marcus Herenth, Leaf, and King Cairn. Millard and Duncan have disappeared somewhere. You have no idea where. And so, yeah. Also, again, Kiera and Morona are nowhere to be seen. You don't know where either of them are, actually.
Oh well.
Yep, oh well, no one cares. It's just Andy's wife or soon-to-be wife and mother-in-law. No one cares. Not a big deal. Nah. Oh god, having
We can
Morona
sort
for a
of-
mother-in-law would really suck.
But I mean, we can sort of assume that Rona is probably still trying to recover from her almost stonification death thing.
Yeah. Kieran's
Kiera,
the one you have to
who
worry
cares?
about. Anyway. So.
Better back freaking toast, man. Or else I'm gonna like hunt her down and be like, listen to what I wrote for you. I put a lot of thought into it.
It's 600 words, guys. Just fair warning.
Oh lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway.
What? I got into it.
Erica was in desperate need for a writing project, and this sort of happened.
Couldn't you have been writing
Wow,
nights
she
or
was that
something?
bored.
See, I was trying to write stuff like for some of my old stuff to revise it and everything, but then like I read it and got stuck in the exact same place and had no idea what to do as far as plot.
Announcement.
Announcement, indeed. So, Aiden steps up to the podium, and much like King Karen, you can see he has a very solemn, almost devastated look on his face. And his hands are sort of trembling a little bit as he unfolds a piece of recently written parchment from his duster pocket and lays it out on the podium. So, after a moment, he manages to get his voice loud enough for everyone assembled to hear him. Of course, I'm not going to shout into my microphone. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, I could say this, but...
I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah,
It's
figured.
okay. I got my sound turned down a little.
I've had to none. Please don't.
Yeah, okay. Anyway. Unfolding his piece of paper, Aiden begins to speak to the crowd, saying, "My friends and countrymen, I have ill news, I'm afraid. Many of you are aware already that Lucio Olen was murdered last night. His death was most certainly not an accident." And at this, the crowd murmurs and goes silent. Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
We have no choice but to suspect foul play at work. Almost assuredly the work of the Kingslayer conspiracy which haunts our lands. But that is far from all. The Brotherhood of Kingslayers has been on the move throughout the entire Exanian realms, and over the last few days a number of deaths have been reported. It is with great sadness that I must inform you that, among others, and he sort of turns the paper over, and you can all see very clearly a long list of names.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Uplifting.
Uplifting indeed. He continues, General Arecia Talwith and General Titus Blackwell, serving on the Eastern Front. Duke Jansen Drager, the father of Our Lady Queen Lyrith, has also been assassinated in the last few days.
My.
The Fairy Queen of the Fey Queendom to the north.
What? Really?
Shit.
Shit. No, that's her.
She's dead?
Yeah,
Damn it.
she's dead. She is most assuredly dead.
Are you sure?
Who?
The Fairy Queen, Lyrith's mom and dad have both been
Okay.
assassinated over the last couple of days.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that makes us that lineage.
I did not expect that at all.
No, Lyrith had a sister.
But yeah, that's true.
Anyway, Aiden continues, however.
Give me a minute.
Anyway, Aiden continues. Lord Kiernan Loyalar, Duke of Darkcastle.
Oh well.
Assholes.
You almost fridge stuffing at this point.
What?
You're almost stuffing them in the fridge at this point.
Yep, you're welcome.
I don't
Anyway,
think there's room in the fridge anymore.
Exactly.
People.
and
Even you can get this point.
you're welcome, guys.
Ugh.
And with that in mind, for the first time in Heartland's long history, we are forced to acknowledge that a non-human, a non-Heartlander, rules one of our provinces. Heartsreach, to our north, is now ruled by Lady Iria, sister to our Queen Lyrith. who herself is currently labeled as missing, presumed dead on the front lines.
Oh, damn.
The war effort in the east has fallen apart over the last few days, and much of the Eastermark has fallen. Dark elves and orcs press upon our southern borders. As of this day, I am officially rallying the army of the Heartland to go south and combat them. Without these additional soldiers, General Mathis has no chance of holding the front lines. For the moment, Lady Senya Loyalar, as well as Lord Beowulf Starland, control Dresgard itself, acting as regents in the absence of both Cairn de Haddric, who is here with us, and Lyrith, our frontline commander. However, in light of these deaths, and the necessity of conscripting soldiers for the war effort, for now, let us enjoy one last day of celebration for all of us, all of Heartland. Let the tourney begin for one last time. And, of course, there's no applause at this. In fact, there's dead silence among all the assembled.
I'll pipe up and say, "Hear, hear," in honor of those who lost.
A scattered few mumbles of hear, hear sound, but everyone's mostly quiet. You can see King Cairn sort of bury his face in his hands and is very quiet. And Rowland, yeah, you've just heard that your Aunt Aricia, both your grandparents are confirmed dead, and most
your other
like
aunt is missing.
yeah, and your mom is missing, presumed dead on the front lines. Oh, and the Kingslayers are still completely on the loose. White Raven doesn't have a scratch on him, and yeah.
Oh, right.
So, Rowland, how does Rowland react to that, about this news, by the way? Out of curiosity.
I am, as a player, having trouble responding to that. Sincere.
You don't know where your brother is either.
Oh yeah, you don't know where your brother is. He's probably dead.
I'm just gonna be in shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know where your bride is either. You've got no one.
Way to build him up there.
After a moment, King Cairn puts his arm around your shoulders, Rowland, and pulls you into a tight hug. Let it out, son. Let it out. So that's a thing.
Hey, I don't know. No.
Alright. So, the rest of you.
Shit, Mathis is on the front line.
Yeah, Mathis and Serena are the only people who are only senior officers left on the field right now.
Damn it.
Leading what little remains of your army in the Eastermark.
I gotta ask Jeremy, was any of this planned?
Yeah. All of it.
Oh, wow. So much for limited scope.
Well, you're not going south.
Oh, I'm not?
I should hope not, considering that's where all the Kingslayer assassinations just happened.
Yeah, that would defeat the entire purpose of our arc.
Yeah. I mean, again, you're welcome to go south if you want to, but that might not be a good idea.
That would kind of be like us storming Owen's manor.
It'd be kind of like shoving a hot dog into a meat grinder.
Yeah, with a hot dog being your penis.
Ow.
And then the meat grinder being what now?
A meat grinder?
Oh, okay.
Alright, so the rest of you, if you want to describe your reactions to this news, you may do so. Otherwise, the Heartlanders are going to try and kind of get the tournament started, though everyone's kind of in shock right now.
Well, Brecken didn't know any of these people.
Oh wait, Nimian died too! Don't forget that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that would probably be different.
Well, Andy, here's some possibly minor good news. If Lyrith isn't dead, and her sister is, she technically assumes control of the Fake Kingdom also.
Cool.
Iria's alive.
If...
Oh, and also, if Lyrith is dead, that means that Rowland is king of both Hadrian and Fake Queendom.
No, that... Yeah. Well, technically Rowland would be king of the Fake Queendom, but... Yeah, you don't get Hadrian just yet.
Well...
Would the Fae Queendom accept a king?
Again, it kind of changes its name. It wouldn't necessarily mind, but it's never had a king before. You would probably have to marry a nymph or something.
Which would be hard considering he's already engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, he could do the Alexander the Great thing and just have a harem of all the wives he needs in order to control his provinces.
I'm sure Kiera would not reject that idea at all.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
I'm sure her people would be even more accepting of it.
Oh yeah, of course. Heartlanders love the idea of being subjugated and neglected. Yeah.
While their absentee king goes off and marries a magical female.
Right, exactly. While their magic-using absentee king goes off and marries a magical female.
Right.
Thus siring a lineage of magical babies to rule them. Yeah, no, that's...
They don't die.
Yeah, that's totally not their worst fear at all.
Well,
yay!
I thought a worse fear than Kingslayers, but...
Honestly, the Kingslayers don't really affect the average Heartlander. They scare the piss out of the nobility, but the average peasant's like, whatever.
Okay.
And in Vane and Haddric, most of the peasants are like, yay!
So I'm safer than you guys.
Yeah, Brecken's pretty much... well, unless someone finds out who you are.
Well, yeah, but I don't even know
who am I.
Lol. Alright. So yeah, again, Brecken and Rhea are pretty much the least endangered of you guys.
I don't really know about Rhea. She sort of...
Well, yeah, but she's just a peasant and and doesn't know anything to make her dangerous to the Brotherhood.
That is true.
Well...
Yeah, silly peasant know nothing.
If
she wasn't an intern, she'd be more threatened.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
No, if Aiden finds out that she's the one who topped off Lucio...
Aiden's the one who told her to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I should hope he knows.
Someone other than Aiden finds out.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Rhea's definitely going to get lynched.
Yeah, a reformed Kingslayer who actually killed an innocent man. Whee!
Yep. So what is this about reform?
He was trying to destroy our entire economy.
Well, he had the ability to destroy the entire economy. No one said he was doing it. Aiden was just scared shitless. But anyway, back in character, however. Unless you guys have any specific comments or any interactions you want to have with your fellow NPCs, we are going to cycle on ahead to a bit later in the day. Who are you going to hug?
Rod.
Aww.
Hug it out, bro. Hug it out.
Alright. Jeffrey and Fenris probably are going to join in on that. And King Karen's like, who are you peasants?
There.
Oh god, the filth, it touched me.
Nah. Karen's pretty okay with peasants. Well, I should hope so. His wife is a peasant. Or was a peasant at the time.
Harlot.
Yeah, she was less than a peasant, actually. No comment, Andy? Nothing? Alright.
Well, I called her a harlot, that's what she was.
No, I don't back muted. But yeah.
Alright.
No comment. Not really.
Oh, fuck you, no comment. Alright, anyway. That's the thing. So, once that's over, the various people responsible for the tournament itself begin to get their responsibilities assembled, and within about an hour and a half, everything's set up for the tilts to begin. So, Talmen.
Yay. Hold on. First, before that happens, I'm going to go to Fenris and ask for a favor.
Ooh, gentlemanly.
Lol.
Yes.
Let's see. OC Jim's like, Fenris has on her person.
She has almost nothing.
Yeah, she has a pair of nasty battle axes, a robe, and then... Actually, no, wait, she does have something, come to think of it. Surprisingly enough. Alright, so, as Talmen asks for that, Fenris smiles almost shyly and pulls a wolf medallion out from under her cloak and hands it to you.
Cool.
Yep. And as you take it in your hand, you can feel it pulsing with magic. Magic. Alright, so while you're wielding this, you get a +1 bonus to attack rolls.
Sweet.
Yep. Or in this case, +1 bonus to your tilt rolls, considering those actually aren't attacks. But I'll extend that to a tilt.
Yay. Sorry, I'm just typing this onto my character sheet now.
That's fine. And I'm trying to find a pencil. So, all's well.
Okay.
So you get the fuck out of my way, miniatures. God damn.
No, stay there, miniatures.
Well, I can't record your tilt results, so I'm just going to assume that you fail unless I can get them out of the way.
No, they can move then.
That's what I thought, bitch.
Getting that 1,500 gold pieces.
Lol. Well, alright. You can hope that's the case. Can you guys still hear me alright?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Hey, so fun.
Because I moved my mic like 2 inches, so whatever.
Oh, God.
Hey, I'm just saying it's meant to be used at close range. I just realized it's been sitting like right in front of the camera this whole time, so meh. Okay, so Talmen, you are actually one of the very first knights to get a go at the tilt.
Of course.
Of course, indeed. So, opposing you is a free knight, i.e. one of the random people who just decided to get some plate armor and compete in a tournament.
Okay.
So, probably one of the lowest ranked people, so he shouldn't be that much of a challenge, right?
Hedge knights.
Hedge knights, indeed. So, Talmen, you need a horse.
Shit.
Okay, I have one you can borrow.
Yeah, you can't fly the tilt, unfortunately.
Wait,
How?
you have a horse?
Yes, I have a horse.
Oh, sir, we all do.
Oh,
Then
right,
our
just thing away our packs.
That's right, they are in your inventories. Alright, so you pull a horse out of hammer space and set him down on the field,
Awesome.
I guess.
Still have the horse.
Yep. If anyone's interested, that's what that bulge in my pants was, everyone. Alright. So, Talmen, you...
Wait, you hung as a horse?
Damn
Plus
right.
5 XP, Roland, plus 5 XP.
How much?
5.
Oh, okay.
Pity points. Alright, so, with that in mind, the other knight mounts his horse across the track from you. He is... You can't really see his person at all, because he's clad in entire plate mail, but the armor he's wearing is old and rusty, and he has a hooked sword on his belt like it's been bent out of shape by years and years of use. However, he does have a perfectly usable lance in his possession, and couches that against his shoulder with his heavy wooden buckler in the other hand.
Yeah.
Tal, I believe you do own a shield, so that's a thing.
I do.
And the tournament provides you lances, so that's a thing.
Yay.
However, you do not have plate armor, so if you get hit, you're going to die.
Ouch.
I'm just saying, because...
Well, no, I've got chainmail.
Do you now? Well, I suggest you put that on instead of your
Alright.
leather armor.
I put that on and on my shield.
Right, because, again, you can't really use magic in a tilt, necessarily.
Fine.
Alright, so, for reference, until you take that off, your AC is 16 plus half level.
Yeah.
So 18 plus 2 from your shield, so 20. Alright, so with that in mind, I need you to, first of all, make an athletics check to get this underway.
Okay. Sweet, athletics plus 9.
Excellent. You should not have much of a deal.
9, 24.
Alright, you are able to spur your horse right down the track and are able to stay a horse pretty easily as you approach your target. And now, melee basic attack roll versus their AC.
Okay.
And they're going to roll a similar check.
No. Gotcha. It's 17, 18... 22?
Nice! And they miss you completely, so your lance shatters against his shield. And let's see if he can make the athletics endurance DC to stay a horse. Oh, he misses by a point. So, shoot. He goes hurtling off his horse and crashes into the stands.
Yay.
Alright, and you win your very first tilt.
Woo.
Congratulations! You get to move up in the tourney.
Thanks.
Well, alright. And, let's see. The next person, unless anyone else wants to do anything, we'll just proceed on to the next tilt for Mr. Talmen. Anyone? Anyone? Going once, going twice, sold? Alright, Mark, back to you.
Okay, another athletics.
Yeah, as the next knight is led onto the field, yeah.
Ooh, 21.
Nice, yeah. You spur your horse on, don't have any problem staying on his or her back, and let's have a melee basic attack.
Sweet. 19 plus 4.
You hit.
8.
You
Yeah.
hit, but you are hit as well. Both of your lances go crashing against each other's armor. So make me an endurance check, please.
19.
19. Alright, your lances shatter hard against each other's armor, breaking into splinters, but neither of you are dehorsed. As you swing around, a pair of squires hand you up extra lances, and you're ready to go again. So, an athletics check to stay a horse.
26.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. No problem there. And melee basic attack.
Ooh, shit. 11.
Alright. He basically turns your lance aside with his shield and slams his right into your chest. Let's have an endurance check.
13.
Ooh. Sorry, Tal. Thump.
Damn.
A gigantic fist of metal slams into your chest and knocks you right off your horse's back. You get an ass plant on the dirt, and some peasants laugh at you.
Well, that sucks.
Yep. Alright.
Damn it, I just lost 25 gold.
35,
Okay.
actually.
35.
Sorry, I'm back. What did I miss?
I didn't know you were gone.
lost.
Alright. When...
Tal lost his turning.
Yeah.
his
Lancing.
turning.
Mark's Lancing as well.
Yep, Mark's Lancing.
Bad.
Gotcha.
However, with Talmen out of the way, the next person to go to the tilt is Leaf, actually. Clad in resplendent silver plate mail with a giant dragon upon his chest and shield. He has a pure golden lance, which he couches as he prepares to take on his opponent, Marcus Herenth.
He's so pretty.
Indeed he is. Alright, so, let's see how this works out. Goodbye, dice. Alright, let's see what he rolled. Oh! Ha! Nat 20. Bonk! And let's see if Herenth can possibly stay a horse. Alright, so yeah. They tilt against each other, and though Marcus misses, Leaf hits, they both stay a horse. So, once again into the breach. Leaf misses this time, and Marcus crit misses. So his lance just kind of falls out of his hand, and he's going to make an endurance check to unfuck himself. Well, that was anticlimactic. Marcus lost his balance and just tumbled off his horse on his own. Leaf just sort of pulls his horse up next to him and offers him a hand up out of the dirt. As, of course, peasants cheer at how stupid Marcus is and how awesome Leaf is. And they shower them with trinkets, gold, roses, what have you. And thus does the royal tilt come to an end. So, Brecken, you actually just won yourself, let's see, 160 gold pieces.
Hells yes, I did.
Alright, so, you more than
Was
made
that
up.
168?
160.
Oh, 160. Gotcha. Sweet! I'm no longer dirt core.
How much gold do you have?
Oh, wait, hold on. Oopsie. 60. 296.
Not bad, not bad. Shut up, Tal.
Yeah, your ass is in the dirt, bro.
I got up.
Well, yeah, you got up, of course,
I
but
would've
you
been
also
taken by
got
a horse.
you also got publicly embarrassed in front of most of Heartland, so that was the thing.
Although not as embarrassed as Marcus.
True, yeah. Marcus didn't have a wardrobe malfunction and fall off his horse.
Awkward.
Pretty much. Well, I guess armory malfunction would be more appropriate. Alright, so, that's a thing.
So Marcus is Janet Jackson?
Yes, obviously.
Ugh.
Anyway, so, later on that morning we have the archery competition. And was that you, Brecken, or did you decide not to?
I decided not to.
Alright.
Question?
Yes.
Before we continue. Is it too late to enter the melee?
No, it's not.
What's the prize money for that?
Prize money isn't quite as good, it's just 500 GP.
I'll sign up.
Alright, so yeah, just as Leaf is exiting the tourney field, you run up to him asking to be signed up for the melee. And he sort of comes down off his victory high enough to give you a piece of paper to sign, and then heads off to the melee himself. And since no one's doing the archery competition, we are going to fast forward to that afternoon.
Sweet.
When the grand melee starts. So, which of you wants to go first? Brecken or Talmen?
I don't care.
Talmen?
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta check something.
Alright, Brecken, you're going first then.
Okay.
Alright, so, let's see how this works out. This is going to be one-on-one combat with, as your opponent is led onto the field, a very burly Heartlander, wielding a pair of heavy battle axes, one in either hand.
Okay.
However, he does not seem to be quite as experienced or powerful as you are yourself. You guess he's probably lower level. So, this should be relatively one-sided, you hope, but let's see how it is.
Okay.
So, roll initiative.
Okay, and I get improved in it because of one of my feats.
Sweet.
Let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ooh, no. He rolls a nat 17, so he's going to go first, and he makes a hurtling charge at you, screaming bloody murder. And let's see how that works out. Ouch! That's a 28 versus your AC.
Yeah.
Alright, and he's going to use just a normal battle axe attack on that. So you take 7 points of damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
Alright, and that brings us around to your turn. So, by the way, it's, though there's technically not a rule against using spells, you guess you're probably not supposed to, considering it's Heartland and all. So,
Yeah, hold on, how much damage did I take?
7.
Okay. There we go.
But not that much, but it's enough to hurt.
Yeah.
You'll probably have a
well,
bruise.
I'm gonna use my action to stand up.
Alright.
I'm guessing he's probably really close to me since he charged.
Yeah, he is in melee contact with you already, so.
Okay. So then I'll just do, like, basic melee attack, I guess.
Alright, that works.
I don't know what else I can do. So yeah. Okay, 15 plus 7 plus 4. Right? No. 20.
How much?
20 versus AC.
Perfect. Alright, roll damage.
Sweet.
Yep, you are able to easily get inside his guard with that big, clumsy battle axe.
8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, 12.
12 points. Ouch. You leave a gaping cut across his chest, and the crowd gathered around the tourney grounds goes, ooh. But he's not hurt enough to stop him from fighting, so he is going to use Slam on you, in which he basically tries to kick you in the chest. That's a 9 versus your fortitude, so no. And since he basically made that ridiculous attack, his guard is completely down, so you make an opportunity attack.
Awesome. 18.
Perfect. Alright, roll damage.
Sweet. 9.
9, alright. Now he is hurting. He is bloodied, and yeah, your sword leaves a nasty cut on him, which is starting to trickle blood all around the round. But, actually, it's your turn again, so let's see if you can finish him off.
Okay. Alright. Oh, so 15 plus 18, 19, 20.
You hit.
Yeah, okay. 12.
12. Alright, he's not quite down yet, but rather than dying in this rather silly way, he stumbles back and collapses onto his knees and yells, "I yield! I yield!"
Okay. Then I'll put, I'll sheath my sword and kneel down and get my hand up.
Aww, goes the crowd, with a sudden act of chivalry from a non-knight. So, yeah, that's a thing. And you win your first match, Brecken. Congratulations. Talmen, you're up.
Yay!
Alright, so...
Also, I'm going to change back into my leather armor, because...
Figured. What's your AC with that on, by the way? Tal?
Wait. Wearing what?
The leather and whatever it is that you choose to normally wear.
19.
You know, your AC is actually a point higher if you stick with the chainmail and shield, by the by.
Yeah, but if I have my shield, I can't use my 1d12 greatsword.
Point. Alright, never mind then. Okay then, so, tell 'em. The person they lead into the ring against you is a fucking giant. Like, you're not sure if he has actual giant blood in him or what, but this guy is almost 8 foot of pure muscle. And he has got a pair of hand axes, one in either hand, which look to be about the size of Fenris's battle axes. And so, yeah. He seems to be at least as powerful as you, if not slightly more so. So, roll initiative.
It seems a tad unfair.
Yes, it does.
Oh, shit. What do you add to initiative again? It's been a while.
Half level plus dex.
Okay, so, 12.
12. Alright, let's see what this guy gets. 19! Woo!
Of course.
Of course. So, he is pretty much going to do the same thing as what happened to Erica and makes a hurtling Heartlander charge at you. That's a 16 versus your AC, so you are able to nimbly dodge his clumsy attack. And it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're just going to stick with melee basic attacks since most of mine are magic.
Considering yours aren't really spells per se, which is to say you're not like casting fireballs like Erica would, you think you could probably get away with using magic and no one would notice?
Really? Because I have a feeling that Green Flame Blade might be slightly, unnerving for the crowd.
A fair point. Alright. So yeah, you can use melee basic attack if that's what you prefer.
Would I get, disqualified from using, some of my spells?
Again, there's nothing to disqualify. There's no rules against using magic. You just don't think the crowd would particularly care for it.
Yeah, we're in the middle of Heartland.
Yeah. I mean, even the most accepting Heartlanders are still paranoid about magic because they don't outright hate it.
Okay. Melee basic it is, then.
Alright, then.
Ooh, I think I hit.
With a...
Let me do the math.
Never mind. If you need to do math, you hit. Alright. Roll damage.
18 plus 7.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Okay. 8.
8 points of damage.
No, hold on, no, Sorry, 2 seconds. A lot of math.
No problem.
It's 8 or 9.
I'll assume 9. Alright, that did not even phase this guy. He's just like, "Hurrah, bring it on!" And he makes a twin attack at you with both his axes.
Okay.
So, that's a 23 and a much higher number, so I think he hits. With both of those. So, 15 points of damage.
Ow.
Ow.
Okay.
Alright, and it is your turn again.
Let's see, 17 versus AC?
Not quite. He parries your sword attack between his axes and gets ready to make his own. That's a miss and a miss. So you nimbly dodge his attacks.
Ooh, nat 20.
Sweet! You slip
So-
your sword under his feet and knock him off his balance.
Okay, now I know how to do the correct math. So that is actually 15 points of damage for him.
Alright, sweet. You knock him on his ass with that heavy attack and he's almost bloodied.
Yay.
Very nice. Alright, and yeah, since you just made that nasty hit, I'm gonna let you make another attack.
20.
That
Total?
hits him exactly.
Yes. Not so much of an attack. 7 points of damage.
Alright, he is definitely bloodied now.
Yay.
And now it is his turn. So he leaps up onto his feet and makes an axe attack on you. So 16. Wow. Double miss again.
Sweet.
So yeah, he's basically just in a frothing, drunken rage and just can't even concentrate enough to actually hit you.
Which I'm perfectly okay with.
I figured as much. So, your turn.
20 again.
Alright, that hits.
Uh, 9 points of damage.
Sweet.
My dice cannot stay on my desk, I swear.
I know the feeling. Alright. Yep, his turn again. That's a hit and a miss. So, you take 7 points of damage.
Okay, sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
You said 7?
Yes. And it is, of course, your turn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Since I'm not fighting right now, can I search the full?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If any of you are not at full except Tal, you should probably fix that at your earliest convenience. So, Tal, I believe it is your turn.
Yeah. Ooh, I miss.
Alright, cool. He laughs in your face and crits you, actually. And
Of
misses
course
with the
he
other
does.
attack. Actually, why did I just roll? That's 11 points of damage.
I'm bloody.
Yeah. But it is your turn.
Okay, I hit that one.
Alright, cool.
No, not D20, I need a D12. Ooh! Max damage, 15.
Sweet. With that in mind, he stumbles back, barely holding his entrails, and kind of burbles blood out of his mouth, yelling, "I yield! I yield!"
Okay, I sheath my sword and don't kill him.
Alright. That's mighty noble of you. Alright. And now, Brecken, you are up.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Alright, and let's see. Yeah. There have been a lot of different brackets going on, and so between the 2 rounds, almost everyone's actually been disqualified. So, Brecken, to your dismay, guess who is your melee opponent right now?
Holy.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a very certain Talmen Noctus.
Oh.
PvP! PvP!
Alright. Let's do this.
Yeah?
Alright, so... That's entirely on you guys. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
18.
Magic or no magic, Erica?
Yeah, since you're fighting another magic user, you guys can totally decide whether or not to use magic.
I don't know. Up to you.
Certainly be more fun if you use magic, but then again, the crowd will probably prefer you not to.
Yeah, we'll play to the crowd's interest.
Alright.
Okay. 18 for me.
Hey, you guys should, you two should totally turn your video on so I can watch your facial expressions.
Okay.
I'm good.
Alright, never mind,
No.
Erica.
Yeah, it'll stay on my computer.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yeah.
My connection's so at best. I'm not gonna test the waters.
Fair enough. Okay, what did you roll for a net, Erica?
18.
I got 18 also.
Alright, roll off.
Whoa.
5.
Hold on, give me a
I
second.
think Erica's minimum is above 5, so...
Yeah, I'm 6, so yeah.
Alright, so Erica, you are up first, and you are currently 6 squares away from Talmen, so that's your movement, I believe.
Yep. I would... If I charge, can I use my scimitar?
If you charge, it's a melee basic attack with a +2 bonus No, +1 bonus to the attack roll.
Okay. Then I will do that. I'll charge and use myself.
And I'm going to open up a rule book so I can make this.
Alright. 16, 17, 20.
If it's over 19, you hit.
Yeah, 24 versus your AC. Looks like 10 damage. No, 11 damage.
How much? Erica, you're kind of fading.
11 damage.
Okay. I couldn't
Alright.
not hear you. Okay, so...
Yeah.
20 versus her AC?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
11 points of damage. Okay, how much HP do you have total?
Why do you want to know?
So I don't accidentally kill you?
Oh,
I'm sure Erica will yield if she gets wounded, as should you.
yeah.
Although
I'm
since
not
you're
so
not
sure.
since you're not NPCs, you don't die at 0 hit points. So even then, she's guaranteed to survive.
I'm just a little worried because this is also Erica who last session tried to blow everyone up.
Fair enough. All right.
Kamikaze!
Concern.
What do you mean last session? That was like session 9.
Well, the last real session we had.
Okay. Anyway, which one
Aw,
of you
yeah, bitches! I
What-
just critted.
going? Excellent.
Okay. So that gives me triple damage, right?
No, that gives you maximum damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just 12.
Ooh.
No, it's not terrible.
So,
Oh, I'm actually bloody.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
Let's see, 15.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Have fun, guys.
We'll try.
All right. Let me know who wins if I take too long.
22 versus AC, Erica.
Yep.
Ooh. 12 points of damage also.
Okay. And FYI, my scimitar crits on a 19 or 20.
That's good to know.
Yeah, just Alright. Let me do that. 25 versus DC?
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. 8 damage.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Ooh, not 20. Sorry, Eric. That would be 15 points of damage towards you.
Alright. Then I'm gonna use my second wind.
Good God damn, it is hot in this room. Like, I swear to God, it goes up 5 degrees as soon as I walk through the threshold. Is one of you dead yet?
Yeah.
Nope.
Sweet. Okay.
Wait, second wind is standard action?
Second wind is a standard action, yes.
Oh, okay, so it's back to my turn.
Yeah.
20 versus your AC?
Yeah.
Um, 7 points damage.
How much damage? Did I hear 20?
7.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
I got 20 versus AC.
Okay, right, okay.
24 versus UAC.
Damn. I don't believe some of these rolls, Erica.
I don't believe either of your rolls. Move on.
I have a +7 to attack. Because I trained in melee with a feat.
Sage.
10. Yeah, 10.
Okay. And I'm actually going to use my second wind.
Oh god, just prolong the fight, you guys. Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, Erica, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I miss.
Okay, Mark?
It,
Don't question these things, just go.
It's 11, yeah.
okay, yeah, I hit with that. Stop turning up. That's 13 first AC. No, 13 damage, sorry.
And I should probably yield right about now.
Aww.
I'm at 3.
Alright, so, Brecken. Do you do this, gracefully, or do you, like, god damn it?
Yeah, I'll take it gracefully.
Alright.
I sheath the weapon and give you a hand up.
The crowd cheers you on, Talmen, as Brecken limps off the field. And should probably, again, heal herself back up to full.
I'm going to heal myself to full.
Also, Andy and Seth, is there anything you want to do at this point, considering...
Huh?
Just asking. Oh, by the way, Seth, I think Rhea's probably done napping by afternoon time, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, then I will... Yeah.
Alright. So, Rhea wanders out and is like, hey, what'd I miss, guys? While, King Kieran's sitting in the corner... King Kieran and Rowland are sitting in the corner weeping, and, the crowd's all dismal. It's probably, gray, overcast, threatening to rain right about now.
This is not Disney. The weather does not reflect the mood.
Yes, it does! Alright, so, Talmen, as you, are leaving the arena back into the, back to where the fighters are giving medical attention, etc., between fights, you are just in time to see Fenris and Leaf go off to spar themselves. They have apparently made it this far into the tournament. Cool. And actually, you weren't aware Fenris even entered.
Damn.
So yeah, let's see who wins.
And you have her medallion.
Yeah, it's true. It's okay. You haven't won all your matches yet, so you can retain her favor without, Huh. Well, speaking of which... About 30 seconds later, Tal, you see Fenris sort of stumble back down into the fighter's pit with a giant bloody cloth held to her forehead. As Leaf, triumphantly is led back down, winner of the tournament again. He won by like 2 points. So yeah, ouch.
Oh well.
Yep, oh well. Meanwhile, Leaf is paraded around the Walk of Heroes, and actually, Talmen is still in the fight.
Yeah, about to say.
Yeah, so, that brings us to, I think, you have one more opponent before you have to fight Leaf himself in your bracket.
Okay.
So, yeah, alright. Let's do it. And this time, a even larger Heartlander than the last one you fought saunters into the field and this guy is himself a knight. He's got barely fitting plate armor strapped to him, a heavy shield, and a long sword.
Great.
Yep, and sort of locking eyes with you, he lifts up his visor and says, "You're a mage, aren't you?"
Somewhat, yes.
Well, come on then. Give me all you've got. Use what you have.
Okay then.
And the crowd's like, aw, fuck. It just got real in here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so.
Good luck.
Rolling it.
Nat 20.
Sweet, he rolled a nat 1. So you get an opportunity attack and your normal turn. Ready, go.
Sweet. Okay, let's see. What can I do here?
He is 6 squares away from you at present.
Okay. So I'm going to move up 3 squares.
Alright.
And use Flame Cyclone.
Really? Alright. Excellent.
Yeah. That would be 17 versus his reflex.
Actually, no.
Damn.
Yep. Alright, so, however, you do have that, your standard action still.
Okay, so that means I'm actually going to use a minor action.
Alright.
And use my Dragon Breath.
Cool. Wait, that's a minor action? Damn.
That's what it says.
Sweet.
20 total versus reflex.
That does hit.
Yay. 8 points of damage.
Alright, so he yells out in pain as you scorch him, and the crowd's like, holy shit! Alright, however, he is able to recover himself and charges at you.
I still have my standard.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's a minor. So, yep, sorry about that. Yep, go for it.
That's no problem. Happens.
Yep.
And since I'm only 3 squares away, I'm going to use Lightning Lure on him.
Aw, cheap. Alright.
Damn.
Steal his charge.
Ooh. 27 versus...
That'll hit.
Fortitude.
That hits, whatever.
Okay. So that is another one piece. 9 points of damage, and he's pulled to an adjacent square.
Sweet. Alright, so...
It took 2 seconds.
Alright.
Drop my dice. I'm back now.
Okay, so, yeah. Once he breaks free of your lightning lure, he is going to drop Thunder Smite on you. Basically, he is wielding a magic sword. And, of course, he charges it up and smites it down on you. Let's see. Ooh, 28 versus AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit any of my defenses.
Yep. Okay. It's 3, 6... Wow, 3s all around. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage, and you are dazed for a turn. So you just kind of stumble back after that bell ringer.
Okay.
Alright, and it's your turn again. Actually, no, wait, he has a minor action real quick. He's going to use Shield Bash on you, which is a 15 versus your Fortitude.
Damage. Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, that's 9 points of damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay, sorry, 2 seconds.
That's fine. So,
You said 9?
yeah, 9 points of damage. You're knocked prone, so and since you're dazed, you only have 1 action this turn, so you can either attack at a penalty or you can stand up.
What's the penalty?
I think it's -2.
I'll risk it. So I'm on the ground, right?
Yes, you are prone.
So can I kind of like green flame blade his legs?
Yeah, you can.
Ooh, so -2, so that's 26 versus AC.
26 for Stacey, yeah, that's still... Anyway, okay, so moving on. Yeah, so unless you have anything else you want to do this afternoon, we will proceed on to the morrow.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright. So yeah, with this Mystery Knight having won the Melee Tournament, and Leaf having won the Grand Tourney, most of the peasants, and even most of the knights and nobles, exunt salvage, returning to their homes where they will inevitably be conscripted into the army and sent off to war to die horribly.
Yay!
Yep. Just another day in Exania.
Happiness abound.
It does, doesn't it? So, with that in mind, yeah, there's nothing much else to do this afternoon. You have dinner with your friends and family, and upon the evening, are returned to your quarters, and they are bunked down for the night. Also, quick couple things. Talmen, do you return Fenris's little token, as it were?
Test 1. Can you guys still...
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty well, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to fix whatever's wrong with my mic.
I don't think it's a problem with your mic, Eric. It's a problem with you personally.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's
Anyway,
amazing.
so, Talmen. I love this, how this
Yeah,
is a
why
debate for you. You're like, should I return it or not?
Yeah, I'll return it.
Alright, so...
No, keep it and put in your love shrine.
You have a love shrine?
I really don't.
Pull like a Helga from...
Yes!
Ugh, that's creepy. No, I'm okay.
Make a bubblegum, like, thing of her head. You should do it. I would laugh.
I'm good.
Seems like something Talmen would do.
No, not really.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so after dinner that night, Tal, before Fenris is able to go back to her quarters, you return her wolf medallion to her, and as you do so, she smiles gratefully at you and says, "Sorry I didn't bring you luck, Tal."
It brought all that mattered.
She laughs slightly and puts it back around her neck before...
Wait. What kind of a laugh is this? Is this like, or,
It's more like, So yeah, Fenris takes her token and slinks off back to her room. Let's see... Brecken did not do anything of particular note, so Leaf is able to go off to his room unmolested. Unless you want to, pull him off to the side and talk to him or something.
sure. I'll talk to him.
Okay. That's right. You actually owe him some training time with his knights tonight, come to think of it.
Oh, yeah. Training time.
Oh, God. Okay, then. Anyway.
Why do you think I agreed to this?
Oh, dear.
Why is Brecken a slut all of a sudden?
She's not a slut. This is the only guy she's shown interest in. She's just adamant.
She's just slightly creepy and stalkerish.
Okay. Anyway, so as you
later list.
As you conclude dinner and slink off back, and everyone else is basically going back to their rooms. Ow! God damn it! Okay, my camera just fell over, but that's not enough. No, it hit one of the miniatures and propelled it right into my crotch. Okay.
Blame.
Ow. So that happened. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, as everyone's going off to their respective rooms, Brecken, you are able to pull Sir Leaf aside, and to him say,
"Hello, Sir Leaf. I saw you in the tournament. You did very well."
Did you say that again, Erica? You kind of, had two hiccups in there.
Okay. Hello, Sir Leaf. Saw you compete in the tournament, and you did very well. Congratulations on your luck and skill.
He gives a slight sigh, but nods appreciatively. "My thanks, my lady, but if only that luck had held through the melee." And he sort of rubs his head where you can see a more than small bruise forming from where he got knocked upside it by the mystery knight. Yes. But anyway, he persists, however, onto the subject of sparring with the other knights, saying that those who remain here in Salvage are very much so looking forward to their nightly practice if you care to join them.
Sure, I'll keep my word.
Yeah. Alright. So, you and Leaf proceed off to the training grounds where first you met Kiera, who, by the way, is, of course, conspicuously absent from tonight's meal. And there's about 20 knights there. So, Brecken, give me a Arcana or Nature check.
Sweet, not 20.
Wow. Alright. You spend about 3 hours with the knights, and though you end up coming back to your quarters soaked in sweat and mud, you think you've taught them basically everything they could possibly need to know about combating enemy mages, and that if the Kingslayer Brotherhood deploys blood mages, they'll have quite a better chance of defeating them.
Yay.
You save lives. What?
Aw, I'm such a good teacher.
Yep.
Aw.
You are. That's how Rowland hasn't died thus far, actually, come to think of it. Alright.
Yay, light.
Alright. So, Roland, as you are getting back to your quarters, you hear a knock at your door just a few minutes later.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Who could it be? Is it Kiera Thangeld? Is it
No.
King Cairn de Haddric? Is
No.
it White Raven?
Yes.
No, it's Jeffrey. He got lonely at night. He got
Yes.
afraid of the dark.
Jeffrey's room is cold and Ria's was already asleep. He needs someone to cuddle with,
Yep.
obviously. So anyway, Andy, do you, Roland, do you answer the door or do you decide to go to sleep anyway?
Open the door, yeah.
Alright. And standing outside and behind door number 1 is